Guys, on the fateful day of 5th May 2022, I decided, guys, literally 1 week before the crash. Guys, 1 week. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olive Kirate and this is Olive Kirate rebranded. In today's video, guys, as you guys might have already read from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about the most unfortunate thing that happened to me a few weeks ago. Yes guys, I lost money with the Terra Luna crash and I'm here to spill the tea of what went down. So how exactly did I lose money? I lost money because I invested in Terra, and Terra has two coins, the Luna coin and the UST coin, which the UST coin is the stable coin of Terra. That's where I lost my money. And you're probably wondering, Olive, what is Terra, what is Luna, what is UST? Please give us a breakdown. What is Terra? Terra was created to maximize the potential of the financial ecosystem. How was it going to do this? Terra was focusing on a payment processing system and a stablecoin system. The idea for Terra was basically to have a processing system on the blockchain that capped fees below 1%, and this is really affordable if you were to compare Terra's ecosystem to all the other blockchains that are in the financial system. Terra has really built an amazing tech behind it. It's stablecoin. So I don't know if you guys know, but if you don't know, however, I teach it in my beginner class. If you haven't signed up to ONR's crypto course, you're delaying because guys, the tea is in my crypto course. If you've done my crypto course, you're probably understanding what we're talking about here. The Terra stablecoin is called UST. So they had three variations. They had UST for US, KRT for Korea, and they had EUT for Euro. However, there are different types of stablecoins in the crypto world. The stablecoin is basically a coin that forever stays at $1, right? It's pegged to either a fiat asset or a fellow crypto coin, but the point of a stablecoin is it's stable. It'll always stay at $1. And if you go to coinmarketcap.com and look at the stablecoins, you'll see USDC is a stablecoin, Binance USD is a stablecoin, it could be Euro, it could be dollars, or it could be a fellow coin itself. So that is what a stablecoin is. So Terra had an algorithmic stablecoin. It was not pegged to US dollar or euro, it was actually pegged to the algorithm. And what is an algorithmic stablecoin is UST and Luna were pegged. They were like sisters. Luna was used to stabilize Terra, or rather UST. Let's just say UST for the purpose of this video. So basically UST is the stablecoin for the Terra Luna blockchain. Terra had two systems. It had the stablecoin asset and it had the investing asset. The stablecoin asset was Terra, also known as UST, and the investing asset was Luna. Luna, the investing asset, was used to stabilize Terra. In what way? So for example, if we bought more UST, if people bought more of the stablecoin Terra, the price of Luna went up because guys, they were pegged together. An algorithmic stablecoin means both of them are like a seesaw trying to balance out each other. So if we buy more UST, more money is being put in the ecosystem. Luna, because it's pegged to Terra, the price of Luna also goes up. If we sell more of our UST, this also affects Luna and the price of Luna goes down. And if you look a few months ago, early this year, Luna's price shot up so much. Luna was even having a market cap of probably 20 something billion dollars. So basically it was an ecosystem that needed to survive each other. They needed to balance out each other. It's crazy to me because after the Terra Luna crash, that's when I learned, or I realized, or word came out that algorithmic stablecoins have not worked before. Or read about the Titan, Ion Finance. These are coins that were stablecoins that crashed. But the reason why Terra stood out as compared to Titan and as compared to Ion Finance is because Terra had a whole ecosystem it had planned out. It had dApps on its blockchain, right? And these dApps built the ecosystem in itself. If you look at Ethereum, the only reason Ethereum's value goes up, or the reason why Ethereum is still Ethereum, is because of all the smart contracts, all the dApps, and all the things that are built on the Ethereum blockchain. All the investment that goes into that blockchain drive the value of the coin for that blockchain. Okay, so Terra was also trying to mirror that, and hence why it was honestly a good project. Everyone believed in it and everyone saw potential for it, that coins like Near have their own algorithmic stablecoin called USN, but no one is just like, will that happen to you? And the success of Luna and Terra was so adamant that blockchains like Tron also announced that they wanted to have their own stablecoin. So basically everyone was saying like, okay, clearly this is working. These are the reasons why I held Luna. So this is one. Another reason why people are investing in Luna is because you are bullish on the entire Terra ecosystem, the ideas that they had in the ecosystem. If you are bullish on them, you would obviously buy their coin. Another reason is UST. I personally had more investments in UST as compared to Luna. The UST's stablecoin, they had a dApp called Anchor. So Anchor was a dApp that allowed you to lend your UST, and the dApp would give you interest rates on it. So you could borrow money from their DeFi platform or their dApp, and you could also save on their dApp and get interest, which is the reason why we bought UST, guys. With all this in mind, Luna did pose as a really good investment, and that's why I personally invested in the coin Luna this year, February 22nd, 2022. I actually decided to purchase $50. I was super excited. The markets were red. The only thing I did not do is probably DCA, because the price kept, plummeting up and down this whole year. I might as well try out their dApp, Anchor. Okay, and this is where it gets juicy. Once you go to Anchor's page, the first thing you see is better savings. I had seen so many videos from my fellow YouTube content creators saying, if you don't put, like, why are you not making money on Anchor? They have really good APYs. You need to give it a shot. So if you guys watched my previous video on how to save on Binance flexible savings, you see that each coin has a certain APY that you can make if you save that coin. Guys, on the fateful day of 5th May 2022, I decided, guys, literally 1 week before the crash, guys, 1 week, because the crash happened around 10th May. Actually, not even 10th, like 8th May, guys, like 3 days or 5 days before the crash. I lost my money. Like, how unlucky could I be? Could I have not just waited? Could I just not have waited for a week extra to like avoid that crash? But you know what, things happen for a reason. Maybe I needed to lose money to come and tell you guys about this. I don't know. I transferred 150 UST out of Binance into Terra station address. Once you transfer money to the Terra station address, you now link your wallet to Anchor protocol, and then the money will move into the Anchor protocol, and then you save it there, and you're going to get your interest. So the interests on the Anchor protocol were 19 to 20% for the whole year. I made the conscious decision to first deposit 50 USD. Then I was like, 50 is so little. I wish I did not do it. But anyway, I was like, 50 is so little. Let me just do 150, because I was looking at the interest rate and I was like, at least at the end of the year, my 150 would be like 180. So I was like, you know what, let me just start with 150. It's like a good in between. It's not too much, it's not too little, and plus it's my savings, guys. It's not like I had made an investment. I was saving my money. Okay, so I transferred 150 into Anchor Earn, and I started watching my interest, because you get interest every day. I started seeing my interest go up. Anchor protocol looked very good to me. If you scroll down, you'll see a graph, and on this graph you see there are two lines. One line is the green one. The green one is amount of deposits that were entering into the Anchor protocol. The black line was the amount of loans borrowed. So this is also one of the theories that people are saying the Terra Luna system crashed, because so many people were depositing, so many people, guys, and the amount of people asking for a loan was lower. So the thing is, if all of us are depositing and the graph is separating each and every day, it is difficult for the ecosystem to actually make interests for us. So not as many people were borrowing, but many people were lending out their money, Olive included. I did this on 5th May. I felt like a boss. I remember I even screenshotted it and shared on my Instagram, and I told people, guys, where I'm parking my money and I'm making 20% interest rates. I was excited. 3 days later, 8th May, I started to see a funny behavior with Luna. Again, I'm always constantly looking at the markets, trying to understand just how things are going. And I started to see funny behaviors. Luna started fluctuating in a way that didn't make sense, because on one day it was at $80. It was playing at 80.70, and then on 8th May it just went down to 61. Then on 9th May it went down to $48. Then on 10th May it went to 26. 11th May it went to $15, and before 11th May ended, Luna was down to $2, guys, $2. And the next day on 12th May, Luna ideally crashed to 0. So that was literally a 5-day crash. I watched a 5-day crash happen, and if you guys can remember, Luna is pegged to UST. So if Luna is destabilized, UST is destabilized. The whole theory, guys, and I'm not gonna bore you with the whole theory. I will link down to videos that will explain the theory behind the crash, but you get what I mean. So the more Luna was going down and people were selling out and the crash was happening, my UST started to depeg. So as much as UST was meant to stay at $1, it started to go down. It moved from $1 to I think 0.7 on 10th May, and it depegged even further, and by the end of 12th May UST was at 0.02. The Terra Labs, the company, was trying to, you know, peg back UST back to $1, because now the sell pressure is so high. If everyone is removing their money, how is UST meant to stay at $1? Every time they tried, it would go back to 0.8, then it crashes to 0.4, then they put it back to like 0.9, and then it crashed. What was the aftermath of all this? One, many people lost their money. There are people who had put savings, guys, savings, because you know, guys, a stablecoin is meant to be stable, so they were like, I'm saving my money. So once the crash happened, 12th May, we're around 27th May, Luna announced their new revival plan. What are the lessons that I've learned from this? So one lesson that I've learned is, and I'm going to mirror Blue Edge Crypto, he said in his video that nothing is too big to fail. Genuinely speaking, Luna had over $20 billion invested. Like, just picture that amount of money. My $200 is part of that billion, but you can imagine how would that fail. Like, I remember seeing the crashing, and I was like, I think just something has happened, they will fix it. Like, I kept telling myself, all that money can't disappear, but ideally, guys, nothing is too big to fail. Like, something can crash and fail. The second thing I've learned is I should never allocate more than 20% in a project. 20% of my entire portfolio. So for example, if my portfolio is $1,000, 20% would be $200. You should never allocate more than 20%. Don't allocate a lot of money in one project. That's one thing I've learned, especially with altcoins. Guys, this project was solid. Everyone on YouTube, all the investors on Twitter, Terra Luna had the future, but I don't know. I don't get it, but yeah. Another lesson that I've learned is when I'm doing my research, I now need to actually check both positives and negatives of a project. Most of the times when you're doing your research, you're so attracted to just the positives, and then you forget that there could be negatives. If maybe you're searching for the negatives, all the conversations and counter arguments that started coming out about Terra Luna, and so many people in the space saying that they doubt this thing would be successful, maybe I will not even have put my USD. And the fourth thing that I've learned is don't revenge trade. Let me tell you guys, I was talking to my followers on Instagram when the crash was happening, and when Luna went down, some of my followers started investing money, trying to make back the money that they've lost. And I kept just saying, like, you guys have balls of steel. Because for me, when something bad happens, I'll tend to retract. You know, I'm not gonna attempt to be aggressive. It's like, why? You know. And one of my followers was like, they invested $1,000 when Luna was at 0.2. Luna is 0.00008, like 0.00008, and you put $1,000 at 0.2. like trying to, you know, because maybe they thought that Luna would go to the moon. Even if it goes back to even just $1, they would make so much money. But guys, don't revenge trade. If you were part of a sinking ship and it has sunk, just accept that it has sunk and don't try to salvage a sinking ship. If it's sinking, it's sinking. You end up even losing more money because you're trying to make back that money in the wrong way. After I watched the CoffeeZilla videos, which I shared on my Instagram, and I told people, use these videos to give you guidance. After watching those videos, there is no way in my heart that I could have even put $10. It just didn't make sense. And please know that if you hop in a sinking ship, you're going to be in bigger losses than you were before. You would lose even more money than you should have lost. So that's something for you guys to put in your mind. So what is the strategy, or what are you looking to do to make back your money? So let me tell you guys my strategy, okay? First things first, I'm going to stack on the king and the queen. If you're in my class, I've talked about the king and the queen, and the king and the queen is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I call this king and the queen in my classes. Again, guys, if you've not signed up on the ONR crypto bundle, 4 classes, beginner, intermediate, Binance and Expert, to help you learn this whole journey, please do. And I say this because these 2 coins hold the entire crypto market. They hold 60% of the entire crypto market, guys. My portfolio will probably be 70% BTC and ETH, and then 30% in altcoin. In the long run, BTC and ETH will outperform any other coins in this space. So I will stick to what is working, okay? Then the second thing is keep researching. I don't think I'm going to completely give up on altcoins. And you know, the thing is, I always teach in my classes that you should always invest in larger market cap coins, especially if they're altcoins, because they're less risky. But it's so funny how Luna was a large market cap coin and it ended up being risky. But anyway, I will keep researching, and now my research will be based on counter arguments. So as compared to going to Luna and searching 10 good things about Luna, I'll probably now start searching 10 negative things about this project, so that you know beforehand if there's a possibility of your money going to the drain. I'm not about to quit, guys. Just because we have paid the price of learning doesn't mean that you need to quit. Like, you cannot quit. It's too early to quit. I personally am not quitting on the markets. I've lost money in this space, but I have equally made a lot of money in this space. So it's beyond me to give up because of this more downfall. I do obviously, I'm not oblivious to the fact that there are people who've lost too much money, like probably more than I have even invested, and probably hurts them even more than hurts me. But for me, I just don't think it's time to give up. Terra has now launched the Terra 2.0, and everyone on my Instagram was like, Olive, are you investing, guy? Are you investing, Olive? Do you think it's going to succeed? What are your thoughts on it? So let me tell you what Terra 2.0 is. Do Kwon, founder of Terra, who talks a lot on Twitter, he outlined the Terra ecosystem revival plan. So in the revival plan, what he's done is, there are 2 types of Terra now. The old Terra, the old chain, was renamed to Terra Classic, and the new coin for the Terra Classic is Luna Classic. The rebranding is, there is now Terra 2.0, and now Terra 2.0, that's the new chain, and the chain's new coin is now Luna. So where I have my money is now no longer Luna, it's called Luna Classic, LUNC. So there are going to be 2 of them. Many dApps that were built on the Terra ecosystem, now known as Terra Classic, have been requested to move their systems into the new one. And I was even watching a video on how some of those dApps have just decided to build their own blockchains. Like, guys, can you imagine you've been frustrated to the point you're like, I don't need you, I will just build my own blockchain? Yeah, but major protocols have just decided to move into the new chain. What Terra has said is they're going to airdrop to the Luna Classic holders the new Luna coin.
Hi guys, Luna finally did the airdrop. The airdrop was actually done on 29th May. I am editing and I realized that I didn't record this for you guys, and unfortunately I'm kind of having a cold, so bear with me. So as you guys can see from the screen, this is how the Binance support team managed to do the airdrop to its Luna holders on Binance. I will link this down below and you can read more. The first airdrop was to be airdropped before 31st May. And if you continue to read, you see that the rest will be airdropped from December 2022 onwards in a span of 24 months. When I came to my Binance, I saw that I was airdropped, and you can see on 29th May, they airdropped me 0.33. So the thing is, if you read the Binance article, they were airdropping you 30% of what you had held. So if you can see here, 30% of the total amount. I had held 1 Luna, so they airdropped me 30%, which is 0.3. And that is what I got. And you can see here, 29th May staking. So the thing is, it is distributed to your fiat and spot wallet, but it will be staked automatically by Binance. Okay, then for my Terra station, so guys, I had UST as well, and they are also airdropping both Luna and UST holders. So what happened with my Terra station, as you guys can see, they first airdropped me 1 Luna, so I can actually withdraw this, and you can see here it's available for me to withdraw. And then they have another one called Vesting Luna. So Vesting Luna is the one that I'll be airdropped in a span of 24 months after December 2022. And you can see here how it's going to be released. So I will be released for between 24th November to 23rd May next year, 0.99, and then 75% will be released between 23rd May and 13th November, 2.97. So the vesting schedule is airdropped tokens that will be released over a longer period of time. So my 150 USD, I have been given for around 5 tokens of Luna. I don't know if that is worth it. I don't know if that's the same. I honestly don't know how they've calculated this. But yeah, that is the airdrop, and that is what I've received so far. So if you come here to network is mainnet. So mainnet is the new Terra blockchain. If I go to classic is the old one. And when I go to classic, you're going to see the USD. So my 148 USD. You can even see here the history that I sent it into the wallet on May 5th. I mean, it's already happened. We cannot cry over spilled milk. So because they uploaded a new chain and the old one has been called classic, so we are now operating on the new one, which is the mainnet.
So with that in mind, what are my decisions about this coin? I am completely bearish. I really wanted to say that. I honestly lost respect for Terra. I know the Terra system has a really good tech, but I just don't think that's enough for me to be bullish on them. And for the fact that now I don't even like the founders, it just adds salt to the injury. Another thing is, how do you convince the crypto community, your investors, your stakeholders to invest again? How do you build that trust for people to come back and say, okay, fine, Luna Classic, the old Luna died, but we now believe in the new Luna? How does that even make sense? Like, it's so difficult because we've lost money. People are hurt, guys. It was in the mainstream news. It was everywhere. It's not like something that happened chini ya maji. Everyone was talking about this. So how do you drive adoption after that? How do you convince retailers and investors and the crypto community again? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, and no, guys, it just doesn't make sense to me. So personally, for me going forward, I honestly don't think I'll be an investor in the Terra Luna ecosystem one bit. I don't think it's a project that I'm looking towards. Anyway, that is it for me with this video, guys. That is how I lost $200 in the Terra Luna crash. However, it's really sparked a lot of psych for me to just keep reading about this space. Now I know what to look for, guys. Like, I now know that I can't just be looking at the positives. I actually have to search for the negatives so that I understand what are the counter arguments that people have who doubt that particular space. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have learned. It was really fun making it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you know, the thing is, guys, when I say follow me on Instagram, there are many reasons, and maybe let me give you reasons why you should follow me. One, I hold conversations on my stories at least every day. Every single day. So sometimes the conversations can be about crypto, sometimes they can be about money, sometimes it can just be about trending topics in the world. And my followers engage me in these conversations. We dissect things as they happen, and it's a very good space if you want to be on time with things and if you want to know the space as it happens. Please follow me on Instagram. Another thing is, other than just that, I bring you into the life of me. So I did get a minor, guys. Let me just do a sneak peek for you guys. I did get a miner, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing about it soon. But again, if you had followed me on Instagram, guys, you would know the truth about how this experience has been for me just to get here. My YouTube videos do have a lot of information, but it comes late, guys. It comes super late because just writing the script, shooting and editing and uploading takes me a good amount of time. But yeah, so please do follow me on Instagram if you want the tea, guys. If you want things happening as they happen, come to Instagram at olive_Kirote. I welcome you, and I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys even more. Other than that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like. It helps it boost in the algorithm. Share it with your friends who probably lost money, or you think lost money. Tell them they're not alone. I'm here with them as well. We are all just trying to salvage the little that we have. And definitely subscribe for more amazing content. I am happy, and I want to remind you guys to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. This was such an amazing video to create. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, bye guys. See you on the next one. I enjoyed this video, guys. I really did. Okay, bye.